Hi, good evening. I'm Richard Urban from Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill, and welcome to this edition of the VisionRoot video blog. Tonight's edition is called Money Can't Buy Me Love. I'd like to start with a reading from the teachings of Reverend Sun Myung Moon. God is calling us to challenge worldly unrighteousness, evil sins, and crimes and practice love. 1992. I believe that we people of faith should feel responsible for the lawlessness and injustice of this age, and we should be the first to assess our role in permitting it. God is calling upon leaders, especially us religious leaders, to stand against the world's injustices and evils, and to bestow His true love upon the world. 2000. Before dreaming of eternity, religious people should first work with God in their daily life to eradicate evil. They should be fighters for goodness. 1970. He who sees unrighteousness but leaves it alone is not a man of conscience. Way of God's Will 2.2. Well, tonight I'd like to talk about the topic, as I said, money can't buy me love. And one issue that has come to my attention and also has concerned me is the issue of the use of money to buy influence. Of course, that's a common thing in the world. It's said that politicians buy influence a lot. And it's well known, you donate to a politician and perhaps you'll receive a favor. That's pretty common. But did you know that it's also common in the Family Federation organization? Perhaps you did. And some of these things I'd like to bring to light. Some organizations, such as many churches that I know, for instance, there's a church down the street, I'm friends with the pastor, the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ. This pastor works full-time, so he's a so-called bivocational pastor, and all his work for the church is voluntary. Well, I think that's not a bad model, and I'm here now, the DC leader for the World Peace and Invasion Sanctuary, by the way, that is voluntary. So if you look at the fact that a lot of people, whether they're provocateurs or opinionated people on different lists or in the Family Federation, are saying different things, one of the first things I want to know is, do they have a conflict of interest? So I do not receive any pay or in-kind compensation from the Family Federation, Sanctuary, or any of company related to any of the True Children. I would like to know that about other people too. I would be really inspired if I saw the local Family Federation leaders quit their salary and still be doing exactly the same thing and saying exactly the same thing. I'd know at least they truly believe that. So there's an old saying, you don't bite the hand that feeds you, and that is very, very true. So first of all, look at who's saying these things that are, you see on different lists are so, supportive of the Family Federation, everything that's going on, with the True Mother and so on. Well, do those people receive a salary, or are they just concerned volunteers? Many receive a salary. And if you look at even, people I know who have become pastors, they were very outspoken. Then they receive some stipend or salary from the Family Federation, and suddenly you don't hear much about what they're saying anymore. I don't know if they're aware of it, but certainly I can see that, there's a change. So there's something to be said for, volunteer pastorship, and also for the integrity of not using money for influence. This is like the classic way, to do things. I'm also a little concerned, or am concerned about, the hiring of a young second gen. I mean, that's very good in the Family Federation. But yet at the same time, it's a little concerning. We have a lot of people who are very experienced and can bring a lot of experience to the table. Am I against having younger leaders? No. But then you wonder, I mean, why are the younger leaders especially being hired? Is there something to the fact that perhaps they would like to get a salary and maybe they have less experience, so they're less likely to complain about different things than us older 40-year members? I mean, I don't know. It could just be me. But some of these things are very troubling. I think we should really look at, thinking about it. Wouldn't be bad to have volunteer pastors. I know that not every area has a paid pastor, but the larger cities I think most of them do. So if you have feedback about this, please put it in the comments below on YouTube or other lists that this video is posted on. And I'd sure like to hear them. I hope we can really have a good standard of integrity, and that in answer to my title, no, money can't really buy you love. It might buy you some influence, but if you're really a man or woman of conscience, that's not where it's at. So that's my thoughts for tonight. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you find these thoughts helpful. Do subscribe to this video, the VisionRoot channel. Also, do sign up for the daily inspiration at inspiration.visionroot.org. And have a great night. We'll see you next time. This is Richard Urban from Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C.